they say when our history's told. If only we knew the things we know. There's a question ages old. Let me down easy, let me down slow. If all good things ever come and go, let me back down in a place I know. Hold the nail for the hammer stroke. This my trash, this my tone. This my blood, this my bone. How do I learn my dreams to mold? To lay them bare in the morning cold. If they're still out there, then the chasm grows. For all you know, for all you know. Let me down easy, let me down slow. If all good things ever come and go, let me back down in a place I know. Hold the nail for the hammer stroke. This my weapon, this my home. This my blood, this my bone. How do I wake my spirit cold? Most people die, but others just go.
Hello, Rob. Today is December 30th, 2020, and I've come back to a special place to celebrate my return to the vlogs, because it's been quite a while. I'm not sure if you quite recognize it, but it is the exact location where we filmed The Hunger Games, our famous world most #1 popular Hollywood film that was starred in by Jennifer Lawrence and Grace Lishing. Today, I decided I was going to do something special because I haven't made a vlog in a really long time, and it's also the last one of the year, at least for me. Unless you make one tomorrow, it'll probably be the last one of the year, or just in general. So I just wanted to use this as a chance to reflect on this crazy year, because somehow it's already over, and tomorrow will be, or in 2 days, we'll be in 2021, which is kind of insane. Now, I'm not going to lie, I first decided that I was going to come to this spot when I was about halfway through the metro parks. I had planned to just go to my normal spot and just film there and talk to the camera in front of a bunch of people, but then I realized, what if I make it a little more special, and I drove all the way out here. But then, when I got here, I found out that the road to get to here, where all the parking is closed on both sides. I went to the first entrance, it was closed, and I had to go all the way around, and it was also closed. So, I parked at the closest parking lot, and I just walked through the woods until I found it, and I'm here. So, I can't believe I actually found it. I didn't think it was going to work. But it did, and we're here, and I'm excited to talk about what I got to talk about. So buckle in, this is going to be a long one. Obviously, I'm sure you could tell from the cinematic shots at the start that this is more than just our average vlog at this point. But I hope you can also hear me okay. I know I'm really far away from the microphone, so I probably sound somewhat muffled, but we're just kind of hoping for the best at this point. I also have a very small camera space left because I didn't clear my card before I came here, which was a horrible mistake. So I'll probably have to cut and then get out and then fix some stuff, delete some things, and then come back a bunch. We'll see. I have like 8 minutes of space left. So, and I don't know how long I'm going to be talking, especially now that I've spent this much time talking about just what I'm doing. You know, you'll also notice that there's caution tape around me, so I'm going to try and be a little bit quick because I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble for being here, because there's no caution tape on that side, so I walked in through there. Totally, and that's why I thought it was open. I thought this was just to prevent animals I assume the main goal of this stuff is to stop people from making, large gatherings in here, but I feel like I'm doing what's totally fine and just kind of chilling alone. And the entire park's closed. Like, this whole section is closed, so there's literally no one within like a mile or two of me, so I feel pretty fine sitting in the shelter alone. So yeah, I may as well get into what I was going to talk about. 2020. It's been a hell of a year. It's been both one of the best and worst years of my life, probably. It's been very conflicting. There's been a lot of good, a lot of bad. And it's just been a year of change and a year of... that's every year at this point. Every year is just completely different from the last. Also, I just found a hornet's nest. That's a little freaky. Hopefully they're all dead. It's cold outside. Oh wow, there's a lot of them. Okay. I started this year not expecting much. I kind of went into it with the idea of a fresh start. I had the breakup in the beginning of the year, and it was quick, but it was really hard at the same time. There was just a lot of change at once, and it was a lot of dealing with, a lot of pain from the last couple of months that have been building up and just stressing me out a lot. So that was a really weird start to the year. I felt pretty lonely at first, and then I just, I felt all the support of the people around me, but it was tough. I was stuck in my own head a lot of the time. After that, I went back to school from Christmas break, moved back in, hung out with my friends again. It was great seeing everyone. Started hanging out with Lisa a lot. Eventually we started dating, and then they sent us home. So that was, as you know, that's kind of been the theme of the year, being sent home. Or in your case, just never leaving home. That also works too, because, man, I don't envy you. I am glad that I at least went to school online. I feel so bad for you being stuck at home, and hoping you can at least go in next semester. BRB, gotta check the camera. Alright, so as you can probably tell, I moved the camera a lot closer. I listened to the audio, it sounded really bad, so I moved the camera really up to try and fix that. Hopefully it sounds better, fingers crossed, and looks better. It might be a little zoomy on my face now, but whatever, it is what it is. Alright, so back to what I was talking about. After March, we came home, and it was nice actually living with my family again. It was a good bonding time for all of us because we were all home and we all had literally nothing to do. So it was just a time of spending a lot of time with family. We established a new tradition. We started watching Survivor. Great show, highly recommend, and it's really been awesome because it's pretty much become a thing that every night we know the whole family's going to get together and we're going to watch 1 to 3 episodes of Survivor, just crank it out. We've watched maybe 10, 20 seasons so far. We're really binging it. But it's just been a really fun family thing, and I'm really grateful for it, and it's been really fun. And so that was one of the great things that came out of quarantine. We just kept getting closer, things were going well. And then summer came around, started working from home, that was cool. Started making money without having to leave my bedroom, which was cool, but kind of sucked not being able to work with people in person. And I would say that this was my prime quarantine time. Probably like February or June or July was like my prime in quarantine, not doing anything, making quarantine vlogs with you every day, which was also probably the best thing about this year. Or at least in the top 10. Hint, hint, coming up soon. Yeah, and it was just really cool. It was kind of a new time it just gave me a break to just think and fully move on from, the stress of, the last year, and just kind of focus in on right now. And then that started to come to a close, and I got ready to move back in, and me and Alden decided we were going to live together in an apartment because we found out that we were allowed to live off campus due to COVID. So that's bonus number 2. We got to move in off campus in our own apartment, and that was awesome. The depressing part is that Lisa was not living on or off campus. She was living in Bluffton, Ohio, 2 hours away. But the good news is that since we had our own apartment, she could just stay whenever for as long as she wanted. So she would come up 2 weeks at a time, stay the night, just sleep there, pretty much live with us for 2 weeks. And it was awesome, It was really great. Really helped us to get really close really quick. And, we just, I don't know. It's just something special. And we've had just a really awesome year. But while I was at school, I did get some news. On September 1st, my mom got hospitalized. She thought she had the flu, but They didn't really know what it was. She went in, decided to go to the emergency room because she felt really bad, and they found a bunch of fluid in her lungs and all over the place, and it was full of cancer. So they took care of that. They told us that if she hadn't gone in that day, she probably would have died the morning after. So that was pretty terrifying, but it was a big reality check, you know? It's something that we got a few years ago, my sophomore year of high school, about 4 years ago. I had the same reality check. You know, life is not permanent. I think that's a reality check that a lot of people have had this year. And it's been constant. Just the reminder of death is everywhere. So it just really sucked. It hit really hard. She got cancer again. It came back. It was really, really unexpected. And it just kind of rocks your world every time. And no matter how much you've done it before, it just sucks. So that was, I would say, the beginning of the harder part of quarantine. Because honestly, it's just gotten harder as the years come to an end. I don't know why that is. It might just be because of the fact that it's so cold and gross and wet all the time. It might be just because I'm not at school anymore. I have no idea, but man, it sucks. I came home after a while. I was at school for a few more months after that, and it was good. I had a lot of fun. It was really great with all my people. And then we came home, and I really miss them all. And you know, I've been working from home again. I've been kind of just going through the motions. I've been hanging out with you every now and then. A couple times we've hung out. But I don't know. It's just been really dreary. I guess really lonely. Feels like I've been anxious. I've been sad. I've been bored. Yeah, and it's just kind of all culminating in the end of this year because, I don't know, I feel like this year ending is not as exciting as I wanted it to be. It doesn't feel like it's over yet, it feels like it's just starting, you know, if that makes sense. It went so quick, but it, at the same time, felt like an eternity. And it kind of sucks that it doesn't just go away when the year ends. I really wish that in 2 days everything would just go away. And I could just go back to normal, living at school, living with Lisa, living with Alden, seeing you every day, hanging out, playing COD every night, and Worms, and all the amazing games we played online. That was another blessing of quarantine. The amount of time we got to spend online together was just super fun, and I wouldn't give it up for anything, but man, I wish that was the main year. I wish cancer hadn't happened. Because honestly, besides cancer, this has been a pretty damn good year for me. As much as it's been strange and weird and hard. So, on a good note, I do have hope for next year. You know, I think it's going to be a good year. I think things are going to go back to normal by the end of next year. It might take a while, but I see things changing. Donald's gone, so that's going to be great. We got the vaccine coming. We got, you know, school's going to start up again in a month. I'm going to move back in. Lisa's going to be on campus. David's going to be back on campus. We're going to have the whole squad up there. It's going to be awesome. I'm so excited about that. It's going to be really great. Yeah, I wouldn't give it up for anything, honestly. I would, if I had the ability to undo this year, I absolutely would not, because I would be missing a lot of things that have really changed my life for the better. And you know, all we can do is keep our head up, you know, stay strong, keep living life like normal. That's how we've been doing it. That's how we're going to keep doing it. So, yeah, that's my message. I hope you enjoyed this little mini extra vlog, I guess, the fancy one. I put a lot of effort into it, and by a lot I mean like, I started this at 1 and it's 5 o'clock now, so hopefully it goes well, hopefully you like it, hopefully I can finish editing it before I go to bed tonight so that I can actually be up today instead of tomorrow. But, yeah, that's all I really got. Sorry if it was anticlimactic what I had to say. I'm excited to do the podcast with you, Rob. We're going to be talking about our top 10 moments from 2020. Honestly, I may have just said a bunch of them now, but that's a little sneak peek. We'll go more in depth there, so I hope that's all you wanted to hear, because that's all I got. Thanks for being here for me this year. Thanks for doing these vlogs. I'm sorry that I've been very lazy and haven't done one in over 2 months, I think, now, which is ridiculous. It's insane how long it's been, and I really blew it. I'm not going to lie. But I think we can get back on track. I would love to keep doing these. I would love to start them up more frequently. Even if it's just phone vlogs, I really want to get back in the habit of it. I'm glad I could come here to this special spot. It does mean something to me. I don't know if it means anything to you, but it's important to me, and I really enjoy it here. And it's a good spot to come and think. So I'm glad it was closed because it made it way less awkward. I didn't have to talk with people walking by and stop whenever someone comes into my peripheral vision, and it's really peaceful out here. So I'm gonna hop out on the caution tape now. I hope you had a fantastic day. I hope you had a great Christmas. I hope you have a great New Year's. Hopefully I'll see ya. Yeah, just keep praying for my mom. That's all I ask. Thank you to everyone who has been watching these throughout the year. It's really meant a lot, and it really is something that I'm proud of and glad that we did. So, thanks for tuning in. I love you all. This is Colin, signing off for the last time in 2020.